Hi, I'm Dirk the Pyrographer with Shoemaker Pyro Shop. Today I'll show you methods I use to transfer photos to wood. I can burn, but I can't draw. If I draw something freehand, it looks like it belongs up on the refrigerator. If I only stuck to burning what I could draw, I probably would have quit a long time ago. This means that I rely on source photos for my burning. But how do you transfer a source photo? I've tried several methods over the years, and some work better than others in different situations. A burning like this is the size of a standard piece of paper. You can simply print out at full page and trace it on. Before printing it out, I like to make some adjustments so I can see it as clearly as possible. The first step I'm going to do is to change this to black and white. The second is I'm going to adjust the levels so it prints exactly how I need it. You see, you move that top adjuster, it adjusts the white balance. So I want to squeeze that down a little bit to give me a little bit more contrast, and the bottom one will give you more black. I just want a little bump up there, and this is going to make it so when I print it, I can see everything perfectly. Next step is to crop it. I don't want to do this entire piece. I'm doing it on a smaller piece of wood, so I only want a portion of this picture. I crop it and then print it out at full page. This burning is 4 times larger than a standard piece of paper. I need to take a little bit different approach to printing out this template. It's best to use a high resolution photo for larger pieces to keep it from getting blurry. Here, I want to make the template the exact size that I want to burn. I'll resize and change the width to 16 inches. I have it clicked to maintain the aspect ratio, so it will automatically adjust the height as well. Here I'm going for 16 inches across. At this point, I want to select and copy the picture and then open up Microsoft Excel. In Excel, I'll choose a new workbook and paste it. Now when you print it, it will be the size that you want. We can see here that there are 9 full pages for this template. I'm using Microsoft Paint, which is a free program, but you can use any photo editor that you have. Once your template is printed, you can trim the paper, line it up, and tape it together. The next step is to place the template on the piece of wood. So I want to place it in the middle. I'm marking with graphite. Afterwards, I'll cut off the excess paper so I can tape the template flatly to my wood. To transfer the picture, I use a graphite bar on the back of the paper. I rub it across the entire area that needs to be copied. This doesn't need to be very deep, just enough to get graphite across the area. Then I go over it with a cotton ball. This cotton ball looks pretty dark. That's because I've been using it for 3 years. This will smooth out the graphite and make your lines more consistent. Next, you will tape the template to the wood. I use masking tape. This purple is very low tack and easy to remove. I cut off 4 pieces beforehand to make it easier. Starting with 1 piece of tape in the corner, I will secure it and then put my second piece on, making sure that everything is laying flat. I prefer to secure all 4 corners. This makes it so it doesn't move around. The last corner isn't showing, so I'm going to cut off a little bit more. 1 more smooth down, and my 4th piece of tape goes on. I put alignment marks on each of the corners, just 2 small marks that cover both the paper and the wood. If you have a mistake and have to put the template back on, this makes it very easy. Then I start tracing with a red pen. I use a red pen to make it easier to see where I have already traced. Using a pencil or black ink or anything else makes it a little difficult to see. Once you've traced it out, check to make sure that you got all of your lines. Once that's confirmed, then you can remove the template. The lines aren't extremely dark, but it's exactly what I need for my purposes. Everything is visible and also easy to erase. I have tried graphite paper before, and carbon paper is also an option, but I really didn't like it. It's really messy, and it can be hard to erase the lines. I bought about 500 sheets of this 3 years ago, and it's just been sitting around ever since. I don't recommend it, but if you like it or already have it around, go ahead and use it. Another option I use is an optical drawing board. This allows you to use your phone or tablet to trace. I bought this one off of Amazon for about $10. It's fairly simple to set up. You place it over the item you want to trace onto. Insert your phone or tablet. It works best if you turn up the brightness to max. Then you can just trace away. This method is very nice for smaller pieces, or if you want to add additional details to a piece. Sometimes you have a really big piece and it doesn't make sense to print out so many pieces of paper. In that case, I use a projector. I got this one off of Amazon for around $60. This method does take a while to set up, and you do need something to hold it securely. The further away you place the projector from the piece, the larger it will be. Once you get it to the right size, you can align it, focus it, and then start tracing. It is effective, but sometimes it isn't great for fine detail. If I'm doing a portrait, I'll usually print out the face and trace that on, then use the projector to trace out the background. There are many more options for transferring photos to wood, but these are the ones that I use. If this helped you out, please like and subscribe. You can check out my work on Instagram at Dirk the Pyrographer or on my website at shoemakerpyro.com. Thanks for watching and happy burning.